Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Pacers Daily. I am your host, Hery Acosta. So it continues. 5-game losing streak. The Pacers let the Jazz drop 152 on their heads. Pacers had 128 points, so, yay. But we couldn't defend a parked car last night. We couldn't defend air. We couldn't defend the JV team. We couldn't defend anything. Jazz were just having whatever they wanted. There was at one point in the first quarter we were up by 10. That lead slipped quicker than I had to snap my fingers. And it's just getting to the point where I genuinely am starting to lose any bit of hope that we can even be a competent team this year. Now, this was really the game where this was the first game of all the other ones that I was like, we genuinely have a shot to win this game. And then we do that. We allowed the Utah Jazz, who were second to last in field goal percentage, go 55% on the field, 45% from three. Well, we go 46% on the field and 27% from three, which I will be talking about the three-point line because we cannot make threes. And, we got players over here that are just shooting tour dates. Jarris Walker, congrats, January 8th. I will see you in concert. 1 for 8. We have Aaron Nesmith, May 14th. See him in concert. Shot 5 for 14. But looks like Jay Huff and Monte Morris are both going to be performing on January 5th as they both went 1 for 5. It's crazy because these players are getting opportunities that normally wouldn't just because of the injuries, and we're just not being shown anything. So, we're just going to call for a tank at this point. But obviously there's more to the season. So there's more I need to talk about. And we're going to start about the three-point line. 10 for 37 from 3. Players like Jarris Walker were 0 for 5. Shepard was 0 for 3. Huff was 1 for 5. Robinson Earl 0 for 2. Siakam and Nembhard were okay, both shooting 50%. Nesmith 4 for 9. He wasn't too bad from the 3. He just couldn't make a layup to save his life. But we got players like Jarris Walker who made one shot, ended with 11 points because he was getting to the free throw line, so I will give him that. But just overall, very poor performance from the Pacers, on defense at least, just because now on the offense, like I said, we shot 46% from the field, so it wasn't horrible. But when you tie in the fact that we shot less than 30% from 3, again, it's just showing you this is a whole different team than it was 5 months ago when we were in the finals, when we were one game away from an NBA championship. It's just like I feel like the morale of the team had just completely gone down, obviously because of the injury, so that does make sense. But I don't know. I just thought the role players or players that are finally getting their shot would just be doing better. I thought Jarris Walker would finally be breaking out. He's had some decent games, but his inconsistency has just been lackluster, and he's just been turning the ball over a lot. He had 3 turnovers last night. He keeps leading the team in turnovers like every game, and he's not a starting point guard. But it is good to see Nembhard back. It is good to see Siakam playing the way he's playing. But I didn't put this in the video. Like, I didn't put this on my sidebar, but I will talk about it here since I kind of already talked about the three-point shooting. Our starting lineup last night, outside of Siakam, Nembhard, and Nesmith, why are Jeremiah Robinson, Earl, and Tony Bradley starting a game? Why is one of our 10-day contract guys starting, and why is our third-string center starting? Isaiah Jackson should have started, obviously. And then just start Walker. Start Jarris Walker. Yes, I talked about how inconsistent he is, but he should be starting over JRE. Now, I know why he started Jeremiah Robinson Earl. He's been having some good games recently, 10, 15, 12 rebounds. But last night, in 21 minutes, 6 points, 4 rebounds. All right, what are we doing with these rotations? And I know Rick Carlisle's just trying to do the best he can with what he has, but this one doesn't make any sense to me. Because you start Tony Bradley, he has 1 rebound all game, 8 points, 2 assists. Backup last night was Isaiah Jackson, double-double. So just put it in my brain why Isaiah Jackson didn't start last night. But on the good side, TJ McConnell had himself a good game. Actually, very entertaining to watch McConnell play last night. No crazy stat line: 12 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, but 6 to 12 shooting. Very happy that he's back. Definitely were some plays there that there probably should have been a foul called. He definitely got hacked a few times, but it doesn't matter. It wouldn't have helped us win a game that we lost by 26. But it is good to see him back. Very happy that McConnell's back. So hopefully he's first one off the bench and gives Nemhard a break or gives Neesmith a break. Hoping that Matherin's back soon. I'm hoping that we have more lineup. I know that Cam Jones is officially out till at least December, which that sucks because I was hoping he would probably get some minutes soon. We didn't see Taylor Peter or Ray J. Dennis last night, so that's interesting in what kind of rotation Carlisle's going for, especially when Cody Martin at one point. Monte Morris didn't do anything. Jay Huff was just out there shooting bricks. And so we have to just keep in mind what players are fresh and what players aren't playing well. So that's that thing. And then last but not least, this is just crazy. Normally we're the team that has 7 or 8 players in double figures, but Markkanen had 35. Svi had 20. Nurkic had 11 points, 11 rebounds. Keontae George had 10 points, and he was shooting 3 for 12. Ace Bailey had 20 points. Collier had 14 points, 11 assists, 16 points for Filipowski, and Sensabaugh had 16 points. And even Walter Clayton had 8. Walter Clayton was 2 points away from them having 9 players in double figures. So we literally could not defend at all. And I understand. No, actually, because our 3 best defenders are healthy right now. Nemhard, Neesmith, and Shepard are all healthy right now. But yet we have no interior defense. We have no defense outside the perimeter. And just everyone's just hitting whatever they want on us. Teams are killing us on field goal percentage. Teams are killing us on 3-point percentage. Teams are killing us on free throw percentage, and that's not something we have to defend. We just can't make a free throw either. Now, this was probably one of our better free throw games, as we did shoot 26 for 29. But still, they got to the line more than we did. They grabbed 12 more rebounds than we did. They had 9 more assists than we did. We had a few more steals and a few more blocks. But they also had 15 turnovers to our 8, and we couldn't capitalize on anything. We had about the same amount of points in the paint, same amount of second chance points. Their fast break points were way better. We did have 25 to 16 points off turnovers, which isn't bad. And they only had 1 more foul. So you hear those stats, and outside the rebounding and assist, that game should have been a lot closer than it was. But when you go back up and see the field goal percentage was also 9% apart, that's a big one. Same with the 3-point percentage. That's actually one of the reasons that we lost that last game, this game 7 in the finals, is because our field goal percentage and our turnover differential was insane. But we just can't keep doing that. But as always, I am your host, Hery Acosta. This is Pacers Daily. Boom, baby, and go Sirs.